that if you live for people's approval, you will die by their rejection. My bestseller, I don't know if you can see it. Especially now, honestly, in my 30s, like if it's something that I have learned is just to be more confident in who God has called me to be. And have you ever felt stuck in your corporate job while daydreaming of turning your passion into something bigger? Well, let me tell you, that is exactly where I am at in my life right now. And I am 31 years old, so I don't know what that says, but I can tell you that I started this small business in 2020 when I got laid off we know what happened that year. And I've just been on and off with this business, and I just finally decided after lots of prayer that this is the year I'm going all in. And if you clicked on this video, that means you're probably on the same boat. So if you are a fellow creative with a corporate job, please leave a comment, please like and subscribe, and let's do this together. And I kind of want to make it into like a little series of what it's like trying to revamp my business. So if you're still with me, I'm going to assume that you are probably looking to do the same or getting some inspo. So I thought that I would share a few things that I'm doing to kind of move the needle. The first one being I had to get real with myself, seeing where my business was and where I wanted to be. Another very important thing is definitely having a why. I know it sounds super cliche, but it is truly important to have a foundation on why you want to start this venture or even pursue your art into something bigger like a small business. You have to have a clear why, and that is because it is going to keep you in the game, especially on those days when you just want to quit and throw in the towel, or when you're just not seeing the results you want to in the amount of time that you're giving yourself, which for me has been very unrealistic. So it's definitely important to have a reason why you're doing it, far beyond the I just want to make money or leave my corporate job. I just truly want to make art and crafts that truly make people happy and bring them joy, and I could just use my God-given talents to do so. I'm not saying that it is horrible to have a corporate job, because it is a blessing to work, right? All I'm saying is I am a very creative person, and I feel like I am not using my creativity to its fullest potential. And I keep telling myself that I'm going to start and that I'm going to start, and I just never do. So this year I decided to make a game plan on how to do that. And so the first quarter of the year, I've kind of just spent it revamping my Etsy shop. I've been updating my description, redo my logo. There's just so much to do. So I kind of wanted to focus on that this year. Okay, interrupting our little chat because I had to run to Michael's. I'm working on some graduation cap toppers. I'm working on 3. And I also wanted to get the magnet and laminating sheets for my bookmarks. I need a few things for this launch, but I also need to do some graduation cap toppers. And I bought 3 of the cardstocks. I also got, so part of my launch is magnetic bookmarks. So I found magnetic tape, and I'm hoping this works. I don't know. I mean, it's all a learning process. I got some self-laminating pouches, and I got this cute little weekly planner. It was in like the 5 and under section, and I have been needing a quick little planner. It's like Texas themed with the little cacti and the boots and the horseshoes. So, and it says howdy on it. It's cute. So let's talk about balancing your full-time job with your art business. And let's face it, it is a struggle to work 8 hours a day, then go home, still have to do whatever you have to do, whether you're a wife, a mom. We all have responsibilities. So that is why it is important to have a breakdown. 1 hour a day is a non-negotiable for me, especially after I get home from work. Even if I have a rough day, I still want to make sure that I'm at least investing 1 hour of my day into uninterrupted business time. And by that, this last quarter for me, it looked like editing my captions, editing all my photos, retaking some photos, going through all my inventory, because like I said, my business has not been that active. I have had some projects on the side. I do some graduation cap toppers. I've done a few signage for weddings, but it is not the actual stickers that I've been selling or notepads. The second quarter of this year, I want to focus on relaunching. So in a sense, I feel like I'm restarting my business again. That is okay with me. That is something I had to be okay with, because it's just been so neglected. So there's no way that I can just go back and pretend like I've been active this whole time when I have not even known what my inventory was until like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so part of this launch has been restocking my stickers. This one has been one of the, if not my best seller. There we go. Quite a few that I haven't even launched yet, but they're already created and I just got them. They're so pretty. This one is another one that is a best seller. I have had to restock this one a few times, and then also this one. I'm just so excited to relaunch these stickers, and I'm thinking about creating some bundles, but I'm kind of trying to still figure out how that works because I've never really offered bundles. I've always just offered plain stickers individually, but we'll see how that goes. Eventually, I would also like to do like sticker sheets, but I think for now I'm kind of going to stick to what I already have and kind of just do like maybe a special to relaunch my shop. But this is what we're working with, and I think we're making progress so far. So things that I'm doing to grow my small business. I think I just want to focus on one platform, which right now it's really going to be YouTube, because I have done the thing where I will split and try to do all of the social medias, and then I just end up getting burnt out. So I'm focusing on creating YouTube content, and then from my YouTube content is where I'm pulling out little snippets for Instagram and for TikTok. But in the time that I am working on my business, I'm focusing on YouTube and I'm focusing on creating shop stuff. Does that make sense? I hope so. That has also looked like batch creating content, which I have had to get comfortable with that because batch creating does not feel so natural to me. It kind of feels like I have just been used to always recording on the spot. Whatever idea I have, I kind of plan it throughout the week and then I just execute it. But now that I have my full-time job, I kind of have made sure to make content anytime that I'm working on a project, anytime that I am sitting down recording, art pieces. You just got to make sure that I'm creating content in any way. And I've learned that content is anything, like really just be B-roll. Or if you want to do something like this, just sit in front of your camera and talk. Or I've seen a lot of people just do car videos. It really is trying to find little pockets in between your day that you can set up your tripod, set up your phone, and just record for a few minutes. Plus, on the weekends, I try to work like a shift, kind of like in my head, I've started a new part-time job. That is my small business. And I feel like that have been working for me because I have been showing up consistently, which is like right now, recording this video, editing, doing whatever I need to do. But in that hour, I put a timer on my phone and I sit there for an hour and I just do what I need to do. If I'm at lunch, I will kind of make a list of what I want to work on when I get home. That way I don't sit there for the hour brainstorming what I want to do. I have also taken a few classes, so that is also what I focused on the first quarter of the year. I took a couple of marketing classes. I just wanted to absorb information from sources that weren't all over the place, because it's also so easy to watch video after video, getting different information, and at the end of the day, you have this whole cloud of information and you just go into analysis paralysis and you really don't know where to start. If I'm being so real right now, which I do want to be so honest about this, is one of the things that I have always struggled with is just being insecure. I have struggled with insecurity. The biggest one being like, what will people think of me? What will people think of my art? A lot of the times I look back at art that I did in the beginning and I was so hard on myself, thinking that my art wasn't good enough or that, this wasn't perfect. And I guess that is what I've struggled with, is also perfection. Like, I want everything to be perfect. I want to have all my ducks in order. But one of the things that has always, I feel like it's a God wink, because I have always been called back into this world of creativity just by the fact that I have had people in my life and complete strangers to family asking for, artwork, because I did start painting. All of this started with painting and calligraphy. I would just paint stuff and gift them. I loved gifting personalized gifts. So the biggest thing that I would go to is make people a canvas with like a Bible verse, and I would paint something on it and I would gift it. And slowly people started asking me, can you make this custom one and I will pay you? And at the time, it was so hard to even believe that people would be willing to pay for my artwork, let alone like some canvas that I just painted. In my 30s, like, if it's something that I have learned is just to be more confident in who God has called me to be. And I think that is what has also been the key to finding Godfidence is just getting to know God more, and just knowing that no matter what you do, people will think you're cringy or weird or whatever their opinions of us are. At the end of the day, really shouldn't matter as much as we make them matter. I actually read a quote not too long ago. It said, "If you live for people's approval, you will die by their rejection." That hit me like a ton of bricks because I am a recovering people pleaser. I have struggled with that my whole life. So that is something that I feel like has stopped me so much in going full-fledged on my business. Even starting this YouTube channel, it has always been like a desire to want to even be a creative vlogger where I share studio vlogs, where I share creative vlogs. So if you are also a recovering people pleaser, welcome to the club. But also, we're not gonna stay in that club because we don't got time to lose. So my encouragement to you is that your dreams are valid, your art is beautiful, your creativity is beautiful and so unique, and I just encourage you to go for it. Go for it because you honestly never know what it could turn into. And I obviously don't know what this whole journey is going to turn into within a year or 2 years. But what I do know is I'm just tired of quitting on myself, especially knowing that it is a marathon, it is not a race. And that is the most cliche thing that we can obviously say, but it is really what I've been telling myself is as long as I get 1% better every day, as long as I do one thing towards my small business, I feel like in the long run, it will make a difference because that is how I even started. I would do one canvas every once in a while, then it became calligraphy, and then it became all the digital stuff. So all that to say, really, there will never be a right time to start because I am not even, I'll be honest, like I'm not even in the best place in my life to say I'm ready to start. I feel like no matter what, we will never be ready. So just to summarize, because I know that I said so many things, for sure, you have to have a clear why. Also, make a game plan, cut time away from Netflix, wake up earlier, do whatever you have to do to create pockets of time to be able to do your side business or your side hustle. Work on your mindset in having a paradigm shift on how you see things, on how you see your business, on how you see your corporate job. We really have to make the switch from I have to I get to. It's finally something that I am really putting into practice because it is so easy to go into the mindset of negativity of like, oh, I have to go to this job, I have to do this, I have to waste time doing this. But in a sense, we get to realize that we have control of our thoughts and we have control of our actions. And the Lord has given us so much free will in that. And I believe that we have to manage it and be good stewards of even that. So it is important to take your thoughts captive all the time, especially if you are going down the rabbit hole of I don't have enough time or I can't do this, yada, 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 all the things we tell ourselves to protect us from taking the leap into doing this. If you are juggling a creative business and a full-time job, I see you. I know 100% what that is like because I'm currently walking through that right now. I cannot just quit my job and go full in on my business, but I can even tell you that I was laid off for 2 months, and even then I did not go full in on my business. So that was a big wake-up call as well, to realize that your job is not in the way. You just really have to find time around it. And you trust me, there is time. There are a lot of things that we can do to sow into our businesses that are not going to pull us apart into a million different directions. So if you were waiting for a sign to start, then this is it. I've been using Milanote. It is not sponsored, by the way, but I've been using Milanote to plan out my launch. If you're a multi-passionate person or a very creative person that constantly has a million thoughts running in your head, Milanote is like a board. You can just put everything. It's almost like putting a bunch of sticky notes on your wall, of all your ideas. That is what Milanote is, but it's all in one little app. I absolutely love that website because it has helped me so much in organizing. So give it a shot, Milanote. I will put it in the description as well. And that, my friends, concludes my first little studio vlog. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I hope this video encourages you and inspires you to continue to pursue your God-given dreams. It's always nice to look back and see that the journey we've gone through, the struggles that we've gone through, have truly developed us into where we are today. So I hope that this inspires you, and if you would like to continue to support my journey, please like and subscribe.